With the changes in 1.13, incendiary ammo can now set players on fire with one hit at a short range until its base damage starts to drop over a distance. This is great because it means we can fire incendiary rounds and burn people, and it's super fun. However, there is one foil to this, and that is Self Skin trait. Self Skin will protect hunters from being set on fire on their first hit. So I wanted to see if incendiary ammo is any good on the Sparks, if it's a viable ammo type to use, or if we should just stick to using poison ammo on the Sparks. Poison ammo and FMJ, obviously. So today I'm running Sparks, I'm running the pistol here in the first game, and then we go into the silencer in the later games. And I'm running both incendiary ammo and FMJ ammo. Although in hindsight, I never really use the FMJ ammo. I really focus on using that fire ammo to burn people. So yeah, without any ado, let's get on with the commentary. So here I hear these people coming, and I know they haven't heard me, I know they haven't seen me, so I decide, let them pass, let them go on to the boss. You know, I know where the boss is, they know where the boss is, so I figure maybe I can get them from behind. But they disappeared really quickly. I was a little bit confused here how quickly they just sort of ran off. So yeah. A lot of fighting in the boss lair. I'm fully aware people are around, but they're so quiet. And then we finally start hearing something. So they're just climbing up the ladder there that I didn't see until just then. And then here we go, we spot two more. Crouch walking. I mean, I know I'm doing it as well, but it gets you killed. Like that. Now Crytek, we really need to talk about this poison bug. When you go down, this is rough getting this. Luckily I was able to just see enough to be able to get that headshot there. But this, when you get this bug, it really sucks because you are completely impaired, you are at a complete disadvantage. And it really needs to be fixed as soon as possible. I have got it a number of times now. Like I can probably count in the tens of times that I've had this. So it is a significant bug that people are getting. So people are dying left and right, and I'm like contemplating, do I look, I've got this bug, do I run away? In the end I do. You know, I'm just backing out of here because in all honesty, having this bug is awful and you just can't fight with it. So there are ways of clearing it if you do get this bug. One is if you've got teammates and they've happened to have poison, get them to shoot you around a poison. That usually works. Run through a poison bomb usually works. It'll poison you and then it will clear it. But I've also found a new way that I discovered in this video. Now, at this point, what I was thinking was, I know there's a hive up here. Maybe I can get the hive to, you know, send her bees at me, and I can get poisoned and unpoisoned, and then I'll be back in it, ready to fight. While I get attacked by all the zombies in the world. But if you see here, I vaulted and it cleared.
Whoa.
Hear my amazement from the distance while I was playing. And yeah, so at this point I was like, okay, well, you know what? I've cleared the bug. That was the main issue. And I didn't have death cheat at this point, so I wanted to get death cheat just to make sure that, you know, I'm not risking this hunter. It's running a new hunter solo can be a little bit tough for me, and I feel a lot happier once I've got death cheat at the moment. So, you know, I'm playing solo, and I think that's a good question when you're playing solo. Really is, you know, what pack do you go? We've obviously got these packs at the moment. I personally like to go grounded. I like to not have to worry too much about the AI when I'm, especially when I'm solo. Just because it gets on my nerves. Yeah, it really gets on my nerves. So I kind of prefer to take grounded, take shadow, you know, heal myself heal my lost bars with remedy. I think it's my personal preference. However, if you're playing, I mean, instinct is probably the best for solo. Because you can detect, you know, people 75 meters away in dark sight, which is really, really good. Especially if your listening skills aren't the greatest. And you know, if it's raining, then honestly, you know, taking Mariner and Gunrunner and the was it the Smuggler Pact? I believe it's called. Is you know, probably the best one to take. So it depends. It's personal preference. I really like grounded. So I push back in here and I get really confused. Like I know people are fighting, and so, you know, I'm just wondering why isn't there no one in the boss lair? Why everyone's just fighting outside, which is great. Gives me the opportunity to sneak up. Get this really lovely angle on where all the action is actually happening. So I see that guy that just died, and I figure, well, they're gonna go loot. And my prediction was right. And there's two of them there, because I heard two footsteps. Assassin clearly trying to give me away. You just see a little peek. And I wasn't sure if what I see here was a peek or not, but I took the chance. any time now. Yeah. I wasn't 100% sure, but I figured, you know, I'll try. And there we go. That's cleared out a number of people off the map. I believe that was almost everyone dead. I've got to be honest on this map. So halfway through fighting, it turns out there must have been a soloist with necro, or just a new person that turned up. And ignore my dreadful shotgun skills there. That was particularly bad. But yeah, just as I back out and hop over this window, it turns red. So yeah, I believe it was probably someone with necro getting themselves up once they realised I was fighting the boss. Which, you know, I don't blame them. I would have done the same. I do the same quite often. So yeah, backing in and out. They were very, very hesitant. I mean, my prediction was that they got up over there. And now I don't register this. They clearly tried to sneak in the boss area. And tripped up on one of those bear traps. I thought it was the assassin because of what he said, but I think it was them. But maybe not. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what happened there. It was probably the assassin in the end, but coincidence that you saw the person there. I don't know what that was. But yeah, after this we don't really ever see them again. Once we banish the boss here, yeah, you can see it's still red. They're still in the area, but they're never willing to push. And just before the bounty goes down, there was a gunshot south, and I believe this was this person's way. You can see they're way out there. I believe that was this person's way of saying, "Take it and go." You know, I'll just take the opportunity to grab the bounty, which, you know, I think that was good of them. I think they realised they were the only person, the only other person, and you know, they wanted a bounty as well. They wanted to keep the hunter. They weren't willing to just fight me for it. So fair play to them. Fair play to them. So, you know, I think the Sparks pistol was definitely pretty good. I mean, I love the Sparks pistol anyway, but we got to be honest. I didn't set anyone on fire. I just got a load of headshots with it, so probably not worth it with the Sparks pistol. We did hit someone at a reasonable distance away. However, you know, we didn't set them on fire with it. It was probably too far. If that was a main rifle, potentially that would have set them on fire, but it's hard to say. They might have had salve skin as well. I would not recommend using incendiary ammo on the Sparks pistol. I would say on the Sparks pistol specifically, stick with poison. So this was a lovely little start to the game. I felt a little bit bad about this one because these were fairly new players. So they're in a duo. Obviously you can see we've switched to the silent Sparks here. And yeah, I shouldn't have picked that. Like, I kind of knew that she was over there. But hey. Just go for the revive, figure, you know what, let's try it. This was unfortunate. As I say, I felt a little bit bad about this one. These were both fairly new players. The fact that they didn't know what a tripwire was, I think that was pretty obvious that they didn't really know what was happening with that. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? You know, I'm at this point I was a 3-star because I had some really bad games. So I dropped. Yeah, I was playing in 3-star lobbies, and yeah, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, approaching the boss area. Already banished. As I say, I've got a lot of stealth traits on now, obviously with the silenced Sparks, so taking things nice and slowly. You know, we're trying to surprise them. So I start to hear people walking around above, and I start to wonder, am I actually, like, am I down here alone? Have they got up to fight? Which I believe they did. And so, you know, we take up position. We can see the bounty. We can hear. We know we're in range of people. So we'll be sneaking a little bit rat-like. It turns out I was not the only one. What a awful shot. That was lined up, picture, like, perfect shot, but Luckily, we set them on fire that time. And the great thing with fire is that it lights up, so you can see where they are. I love that little, you know, twist there. That because they're on fire, you can see them, especially in dark places. I think that's really, really helpful. So someone serpented, and they see me. Yeah, so that happened. I didn't realise I had no ammo in the gun here. And then our guy got up. I thought they were a duo. I genuinely thought they were a duo. I just wanted to give it a second. See what happens. Listen. So I am starting to move away, and I decided to take my chance. I'm just screaming to myself, reload. There we go. Arrows are scary. Arrows are scary, they're slow, but they are scary. And here we end up having the trade necro situation. Luckily I had a shotgun that I could deal with, but oh boy, that was yeah, that was a little something. I mean, you know, necro OP, right? And there we go. And I was just, you know, making sure he stayed dead. So in this game I definitely got a lot of use out of the incendiary ammo. You know, set him on fire a couple of times, and you know, obviously if they're set on fire, they're gonna panic. They're panicking. You know, he ran off into the corner just so that he could go and, you know, hopefully try and get rid of the fire and all sorts, and you know, it gives you an advantage to push. Now, arguably, you know, you could say that poison would do that as well. However, obviously the poison, they have to wait, and they're just stuck at the health that they're at. Which means, you know, you're not. They might go and hide, or they might just carry on fighting because they know there's not much else they can do about it apart from fight. Where the difference with fire is that, you know, instinctively, if you're setting fire, you're going to want to try and clear that as soon as possible. Very rarely do you have hunters that will happily set them on fire fighting you. Sometimes it does happen, obviously, because I think people are aware that they could take advantage of that. You know, it's all a mind game. It's all it's like playing chess, you know. You got to play the person opposite you and see how they react to certain things. But hey, incendiary ammo. So this game we came straight up into the boss. First complex, first boss area. Always nice when it happens. Managed to catch myself with my own bleed there. So I figure, you know, I'm just going to trap this building here, just in case, you know, people push me. So I hear people approaching. People are around. So I'm wondering where he is, and I realised, oh, he's below. can't believe I missed that. You gotta love the wacky little angles. And I'm not sure what he was throwing fire at either. So I know he clearly doesn't have serpent, so he's not, you know, he's not slurping the bounty there. So I figure I could run away. I kind of want to fight though. Just see if he wants to play. Give him a little tickle. I would put money on this guy being a little bit scared, like not knowing what to do or how to control the situation. And really, that's a big part of the game. You want to almost feel like you're in control of the situation. And yeah, we got the headshot. Little bit of we got some burn on him, and I believe that was a headshot, so yeah, there we go. You know, our guy kept trying to get up, and well, I believe he actually finally gets up and actually takes that bounty. I decide to go trap him and go off and see if I can get the assassin as well. Nice little tip here. If you down someone, you don't necessarily have any traps. Pick up the weapons, shoot all their ammo, empty their clips, you know, and take them back. Take back your own stuff. It just means that if you do, you know, start running away and they get up, you know, they've got to take the time to reload. It gives you an extra, you know, few seconds to get away and all that kind of thing. It's definitely worth doing. And I knew there's a trap here, so I figured I'll drop a trap. You know. So yeah, I leave and I come up here. I decided to come to the assassin, and yeah, there's a couple of people around. There's a couple of people around. There's a nervous laughter in my. Yeah, this didn't go well. And yeah, I get caned. Simple as that. And unfortunately, that ended my run for this one, which is a shame. It happens. But yeah, into the next one. This one is, I believe, the last one. Yeah, this one's the last one for this little video. We realise it's the prison, so we're going into the prison, and there's already some people around that I have already heard by this point. So people are running up the hill on the other side. I wonder if they're going to go for the clue, which is why I hang around in this building for a minute. Because, you know, some people like to go to the clue, get a little bit extra money and all that kind of thing. Some people don't, and these didn't. Take the chance to push in, you know? Whenever there's fighting like that, you can usually move up pretty quickly and make, you know, more noise than usual. I'm not sure what these guys are doing. I think I panicked them both by setting them on fire. With the spider running around as well. And I hear the other person sneak up the back way on those stairs, and yeah, and I just things happen, you know. But necro is always good. you know, just covering his body. You can hear him approaching. Get the fire, but I get that. I get headshot. Well, no, I get body tapped. Yeah, that 125. Long ammo, you know, I was missing a bit.
Guys.
And yeah, so the great thing is they focused very much on picking up their friend. They knew I had necro. They knew I was picking myself up. They didn't think to make sure they covered my body first before picking up. And you know, it's a bit of a rookie mistake, in all honesty. But what are you gonna do? When it works my way, it works my way. I can't complain. So yeah, I don't know. I think personally, I find incendiary ammo very fun, especially on the Sparks. I like inciting that panic in people. I think that's a really fun dynamic to you know, get into your games. Is it better than poison? I don't think so. I think, in all honesty, if you're gonna run the Sparks, run poison with some sort of follow-up, you know, I mean, obviously I've been running the Spectre shotgun as my secondary. You just got to go with whatever, you know, if it feels good to you. But personally, poison is probably going to be better for some sort of follow-up. And then maybe a bit of FMJ. I like FMJ, having FMJ as an option just to be able to shoot through some walls. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this, on the changes to incendiary ammo, and let me know what you would like to be using with your Sparks. Until next time, hit that like button, hit subscribe. Have a good one.